Hi, I'm Dr. Minako, and today I want to talk to you about cancer and lifestyle. We all know that lifestyle can impact cancer, but isn't cancer also a genetic disease? And if so, how do we avoid getting it? This is a slide from the World Cancer Report, and it states that 30 to 50% of all cancers are actually preventable. 100% of cervical cancer, 90% of lung, oral cavity, and esophageal cancer, 75% of melanoma and stomach cancer, 55% of colorectal cancer, and so on and so forth. This is not to say that getting cancer is your fault, right? But we do have some control over an essentially genetic disease. Right, so how this works is we have genes in our body that might predispose us to certain illnesses, such as cancer or diabetes or Alzheimer's. These are diseases that all run in people's family. But whether or not these genes that we carry are actually expressed or not, that has a lot to do with our everyday lifestyle. So let's say you have two genetically identical twins, right? One might be a heavy smoker all his life and end up with cancer, whereas the other might enjoy a full life and in old age develop Alzheimer's disease. Right? So what is the difference if they're genetically the same? Well, again, tobacco, alcohol will affect what genes are expressed. Also, your dietary habits, how much you move and exercise, how well you sleep, and how you process stress all have an impact on what diseases you might manifest. So, why does this happen? Right? We are made up of trillions of cells in our bodies. And every day, our cells, certain cells get old and die off, and they're replaced by new cells. And in replicating new cells, right, sometimes mistakes can be made. Usually, we have mechanisms to detect these mistakes, but not all of them are detected, and some of them get through. And in these replications of our cells, some genes called oncogenes, which cause cancer, can be turned on, whereas others called tumor suppressor genes, which suppress cancer formation, can be turned off. And this creates a cancer cell in our body. So if this happens to us every day, and we all have cancer cells or precancerous cells floating around in our body, why don't we all get cancer? Well, the answer to that is our immune system. We have immune cells that are patrolling our bodies every single day and trying to detect these precancerous or cancerous cells. An immune cell can actually recognize these cancer cells and attack and kill them before they take hold and start multiplying and causing problems in our body. The problem is when our immune system is really suppressed, or if our cancer cells start being able to get clever and evade detection by our immune cells, then these cancer cells can take hold and start replicating and cause problems for us in our bodies. So this is why immune cell therapies were developed, right? Immune cell therapies essentially help boost our immune system. And what that does is it helps our immune system recognize and attack and kill these cancerous cells. So many clinics, many therapies, including our therapy, immune cell therapy at Tokyo Cancer Clinic, uses immune cell therapy in order to target and kill cancers. So what else can you do to reduce your cancer risk? Well, you definitely want to be choosing healthier foods. You want to eat a lot of plants and phytochemicals that are beneficial to boosting your immune system. And you want to minimize sort of processed foods, lots of sugary, added sugars, processed meats and processed carbohydrates. Things that come in boxes or that you have to rip open to eat are generally fairly processed foods. You want to move more. It's recommended that you exercise 30 minutes a day for at least 5 days of the week. And the level to which you want to be exercising is moderate exercise. So that means You know, you can comfortably talk while exercising, but you're a little too breathless to be singing while exercising. That's the appropriate level. You want to quit smoking because there has been nothing beneficial to be gained by smoking, especially when it comes to cancer. You want to cut down on alcohol, right? But isn't alcohol a little bit good for you? Well, red wine can be good for you cardiovascularly, but the data shows that if you're not a drinker, it's much better just not to start. If you do choose to drink, you want to try and limit yourself to about 5 drinks a week. Any more than that actually shows to increase your cancer risk. So you want to be sun smart, right? And avoid pollutants and chemicals that might be carcinogenic. You want to get vaccinated, especially for the HPV vaccine, which prevents cervical cancer, and the hepatitis vaccine, which can help prevent liver cancer. And know the signs and symptoms of cancer. Educate yourself, get screened so that anything that might be forming can be caught early. So these are just a few of the things that you can do to reduce your cancer risk. And stay tuned as I deliver more videos on how to particularly reduce your cancer risk in diet habits, in certain exercises, when it comes to alcohol, and your sleep, and how to handle stress. So I'm Dr. Minako, and you can find me on drminako.com and at the Tokyo Cancer Clinic. See you soon.